YouTube. I've never gone live on YouTube piece the camera before or doing anything like this, but I thought I would give this a try. I don't know how loud this is, if it's deafening or whether or not it's an absolutely appalling picture. I will at some point start to do more lives here, but mostly this setup is what we use for Instagram, this studio with a wide lens, and I'll move my chair in a little bit. This is normally what we do, so I thought I would talk a little bit about, hang on, I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. Talk a little bit about how I film touch tennis tournaments. A lot of people have asked me on Instagram what I use to film at events, and when we don't have a camera crew there, what I tend to use is the following equipment. It'll be a DJI Osmo Action 1. Now that's the small rig cage on the front there, which is absolutely brilliant. I see that nobody is watching this at the moment, and probably no one will, but after the fact I can point people to it. So this is the small rig cage that sticks over the top of these, and it's really good not only to protect the camera, because the cameras, you know, these things have got glass all over them, they'll just shatter into 1,000 pieces. What this does is, by sticking this cage on, you've now got a load of those threads there around the corners, those 1/4-inch threads everywhere, that you can use to plug in stuff, to attach a microphone to it, to screw a light on if you were going to shoot something close up. We don't tend to shoot anything close up. We're always shooting stuff like the actual touch tennis court, which will be at least 10 feet away, sometimes even 30 feet away. So what I then do is I attach a microphone like this, and that comes in really handy. But to do that with the Osmo Action 1, it's a great brand actually, I've got to say, they really do make some decent gear. To do that, what I tend to do is I stick one of these little attachments on at the side, and that is a mic and charger point, or it's a mic and, what do you call it? I never script anything I'm going to say, by the way. A mic and a USB-C port, which duals up. But if you've bought yourself this small rig cage, you absolutely must get this extender, because otherwise nothing will fit in there. So as you can probably see from there, that little extender there goes in here. You stick that on there, and then you can screw your mic on either at the top. The problem with these wide angle cameras is if you're outdoors and you don't have a wind muff on there, you're going to get utterly horrific audio. If you're indoors, I tend to take this off. Now, there's a reason for that. If you leave this on your camera, what tends to happen is that you see it in shot, because that's huge. If you look at that, that's absolutely huge. And that is going to cover the camera at some point. Even out here, if you're using a wide field of view, you will cut it off. Now, it's fine if you're only going to use an Instagram feed out of this. If, for example, you're going to say, I will cut a 4x5 out of there. So if you're cutting a 4x5 out of that section that you're filming, it doesn't matter if the mic's on the side. Putting it on the top, you're still going to see it. The hair of that mic is all going to be, or the fluff of that, the wind muff, whatever, dead cat, whatever they call this. That's always going to be visible in shot. So you got to be careful with that. Tend to go for the side if I'm going to do that. And what I often use is little extenders like this. And these extenders go on the sides of the actual, let me see if I can block my face out so you can see it. There you go. These extenders go on the side, and you just keep putting in as many of these as you need to that hole there. One day I'll find the right hole. Right, that goes in there. Screw that onto the side here and get the mic as far away as possible if you're looking to film in landscape. Now, I don't have, let me see if I've got a shot here, for example, that gives you an example of, yeah, I've got a load of videos here actually. I should have maybe, there's some things I don't do, which is script anything I'm going to say, but what I could do that is sensible is probably do something like plan what videos I'm going to play. I just wanted to test this out. I wanted to see what this was like as a, what's the word for it? That's not the video we were looking for. Let's have a look. Where have we got? So we need some videos from Valladolid, don't we? So that's going to be on this one here, on G Drive. I will find it. Give me a second. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? I will not take forever and a day on this. So if you're getting bored already, forgive me. If you want to leave a comment or say anything or give me some grief for taking as long as I am to post this, feel free. It's my fault entirely, and I should have got this ready before I went online. Thanks to whoever is tuned in and is watching. Let's go to videos. Where are we going to go? We're going to go to Dropbox Touch Tennis Main is where we're going to start. And then we're going to look for... Yeah, I mean, here's an example of... Here's an example of a video that is in 4:5 and the microphone's on the side. And because I'm so far away, you wouldn't hear this without having a microphone pointed at the action.
Oh, what reach. So easy to switch off when you've hit that.
Yeah, so you can see that half decent wide angle, and I used extenders along the side of it so that I could focus on filming directly towards the action at the court. And I had one of these on because it was windy enough that you would have just got wind noise the whole time. So that's what I use on the side, and the brand for this is Comica. I use Comica mics all the time. This one here in front of me is a Comica mic, so if it's deafening you, blame them. It's that good. So got a couple of these, and I use them, normally alternate them, because the batteries on these things can heat up if you've had it going for, and I've had it going for 3 or 4 hours at a time. In order to keep it going for 3-4 hours at a time though, I cannot recommend something like this enough. I don't know the brand, what's the name of this brand? Signet or Signet. It's a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. I use this and power up that to keep going. Here's a weird one though. You can't use the USB-C cable. It won't give you enough power to charge through this mic adapter I was talking to you about. You can't use the standard USB-C. So what I do is I use the USB old-fashioned one there, where this thing plugs out the most charge it can. And I think that's like the fast charging port, the one that's got a blue on it. And then I plug the USB-C into the actual camera. And that gives me power to film for like 3 or 4 hours. And then when I'm done, leave the memory card in there, swap over to another camera in the same spot and film that. And that's where you see most of the shots on the Touch Tennis Tour that you'll see on, well, let's have a look. What's this one? Most of the shots, obviously not the ones with the commentary. If you see the ones with commentary, you know that that's when we've got somebody, we've got a film crew there, and they'll have lined up the commentary. When I say commentary, like scores in the corner as well. Let's have a look, see if I got any other videos there. Videos where I've used my... No, that's go-karting. That was when Chelsea came to the barn. Chelsea Women's, actually, when they came to the Touch Tennis, old Touch Tennis HQ. Where have we got videos? Videos. Where have we got videos? Marketing assets, license holders. Here we go. Let's go with videos. Let's see what we've got here. And show you one of the more recent ones. Oh, my brain's gone absolutely blank. I can't believe I can't find any of this thing. Actually, this is a really good example. So at the old HQ, we always had this set up. We had a camera, one of these, permanently set up, so that whenever we needed to record stuff, we'd literally just go up and press the button, hit record. And managed to get us gorgeous shots like this one. Filthy, absolutely filthy, but I love it, absolutely love it. That was, again, shot on the DJI Osmo Action. Look, I'm not sponsored by these people. I couldn't care less if you buy one or don't. A GoPro will do the trick. I stopped using GoPros about 7 or 8 years ago when one of the best matches I've ever seen didn't get recorded, and I didn't know because the light was still flashing and it looked like it was recording, and it corrupted the card. I took the card out, tried another card, and the same thing would happen. It wouldn't record what it was meant to record. So that was it. I was done. I was never going to use a GoPro again. So I've always looked for other cameras. Now, however, I have moved to the Osmo Action 3. I've bought 2 of these, and that's what I'm going to be using in Spain on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We go out to Spain this weekend for the World Team Championships. England, Russia, Ukraine, France, Spain and Italy, all vying for the cup. It's going to be unbelievable. For those of you that joined in, appreciate your time. I will post some more lives on YouTube from now on. I'm not going to do as much on Instagram because I don't really like them as a platform. Not anymore. We've got a decent following here, decent enough, and it'd be much more sensible for me to post stuff here talking about what I've done with touch tennis, what we're doing, where we're going, and keep you tuned in. If you got any comments, please leave them afterwards. Wow, we've got all three people watching live at the moment out of our 6,200 whatever subscribers. That shows that maybe 2 o'clock on a Monday afternoon while people are at work isn't the best time for me to go live. But anyway, and I will also do an intro and an outro video that's that fits screen. At the moment, the only one I've got is 9:16, which won't really work here. But thank you very much to anyone who did tune in, join in, whatever. Leave a comment below and tell me what you would like our videos to focus on. Until then, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.